Step one, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step two, get some good, some food in you. Step three, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step four, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Yo, set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 So life ain't easy, yo, I think there's a reason though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, though. I always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts are poison, they rot. Head full of flies, so here come the clouds. They'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost. Yeah, so I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive thoughts are overtaken, I got patience. One day at a time is how you operate a cadence. A flow, you grow, you show yourself a foundation. Stay away from all the shit that causes temptation. I know that I like to do it cause it's sensation. I live my life in my head like a narration. Don't expect greatness, do my best, man, I'll take it. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step two, get some good, some food in you. Step three, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step four, everybody just do your thing. Step one.
You're connected with support. How can I help you?
You're picking up the phone pretending that you want to help people, but you really want to rob them.
I want you to understand, legally and federally, I know what type of a time waster you are.
Do you want people to empty their bank account?
Why would you waste my precious time?
We call scammers. And man, they say the dumbest stuff.
Go ahead, please.
Hey, do not call this number again. Okay?
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Take.
Good morning, CJ, and each and every one. What's going on?
Not much. How you doing?
Good, good. It's getting cold up here in New York.
Yeah. You have any, yeah, you getting snow and everything too, or is it just cold?
A little bit, but there's more snow, like, to the west, like, to the part of New York that I call Canada. Like Syracuse and Buffalo. I think they got hit with some snow, but we're good here where I am, kind of in the southern part of the state, or mid-southern. So we're good. I got a blanket. I got heat. We are good.
Cool. Sounds cold though. I mean, to me, the suckiest part is not being able to, like, especially if it snows, I feel like I can't go anywhere. I hate being stuck inside, like, constantly, you know? I know you do too.
Well, snows where you are, and I mean, like centimeter, and the world shuts down for you guys, right?
Yeah.
You guys
true.
don't know what you're doing with half inch of snow.
No.
We're used to, like, getting 2 feet and digging our cars out for all of December, January, February. So it is what it is.
Yeah, by the way, I saw a really good phrase.
Thank you so much, Crow. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, that's okay. I'm missing stuff. Oh, thank you so much, KRO. Is that how you say it, Crow? I don't know. I keep saying KRO.
I say KRO, but we normally don't say, each other's names. It's a virtual land, so everything's typed. But he's an awesome supporter. Always commenting, even if I put out a crappy video. He's that person's right there. So and then to have that, just an awesome person. So thank you, KRO.
Yeah, thank you so much.
And I can't watch the chat too much just because I keep looking at the phones too much throughout the day, and then my eyes start burning like 5 hours later. So I'm not looking at the chat too much today. I apologize, but good morning, each and everyone. And anyway, you were making a point and I interrupted.
I just saw something on social media yesterday that I thought was funny, like in the world of scam baiting, which was never trust a man in a wheelchair with dirty shoes.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's funny.
And I thought it was a really good point, like, to just be observant of what's going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That reminds me of the guy on Times Square. If you ever go into New York on Times Square, he's got like a sign and, he's blind. And you put money in his cup, and then if you watch him, he'll start looking in the cup every now and then to see how much money he's got.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Di. Really appreciate
thank
that.
You, Dave.
I appreciate that so much. Hi, Asha.
Oh, good morning, Asha. Or evening. It's evening in Australia, I believe.
Yeah. Hi, Takeout. Hi, Lisa. Hi, David. Okay, I won't say hi to everyone, but hi, y'all. It's good to see everyone today. But yeah, I thought it was super good. And yesterday, one kind of got through slipped by me. Like, we emailed them like 2 or 3 times, and they were reading the email. We were texting them, calling them, leaving voicemails. Like, I did a lot to warn this person, but it was just like there was no warning them. They were already hooked by the scammer, Yeah, and then I saw that wheelchair thing, and I just thought it was like such a good, such a good thing. But I just, like, my point is, okay, let's say it's really Microsoft, or let's say it's really Microsoft, and someone else is calling you saying it's a scammer. What does it hurt to just stop the conversation and to take a minute and think about it? You know what I mean? Like, you could always call Microsoft back, So that's the point I've been trying to make to people. Like, just, if you have any question, just stop for a minute and think it through. But I just couldn't get through to that one. Morning, Mohawk.
Well, I think you'll drive yourself crazy. That's the whole ordeal with victims. We say, who the hell would fall for this? The people on the phone with them really believe that they're speaking to a legit company, no matter how bad the English is, no matter how much noise is in the back, no matter how cracked the phones are. It's a battle what you guys do, and to talk to a victim and try to tell them they're not talking to the real Amazon or the real Microsoft or whatever scam it is. It's tough because the people that are on the phone are so naive and in a good way, thinking the world is a perfect place and who the hell would ever call me and pretend to be another company.
Right.
So you have your work cut out for you. It's tough. Just don't go crazy. You're never going to change people's, minds and the way they are, and the way they see the world. If you can help the few, then keep helping, but just don't go crazy if you lose a few, because it does happen.
Yeah, that's why I really am taking the viewpoint of awareness, because if people are aware before it starts, they can't get hooked. And I just read this whole news article about how scammers, the reason that can be so powerful is because of the emotional appeal. Like, when they do some kind of emotional manipulation, it triggers a different part of the brain than logical than logics. So because they do emotional manipulation, that's what really can hook people, because a different part of the brain is like triggered, So if we just if I can do awareness beforehand that they go into it already suspicious, which I hate to make people suspicious of everybody, but that's where we are these days,
Yeah. Well, that's true. I mean, you have to be suspicious and skeptical of almost everything now.
Yeah.
And it's just a shame, it's like in New York, and I'm sure it's like this in any city, but you really can't say hi to anybody. Mm-hmm. You say hi to somebody and they look at you like, why is this freak saying hi to me?
Right.
Or, if you do something nice for somebody, they think you have ulterior motives. But you can't live that way. You just got to keep being yourself and take the risk of looking like a freak and be nice. don't change just based on the way the world's going. Is my advice. But yeah, I don't care who you are. Any of the major scam baiters that we all know, I think they would all say awareness is the best defense against these idiots. We can call them all day long. We can waste their time. And that does save probably millions of dollars if you add up all the scam baiters that are wasting their time. And especially what you're doing, you're intercepting calls and you're actually, right there saving them money. But I think the best defense is awareness. I would have to agree with all of the major scam baiters. Some of them have been on our show. Awareness is the main thing.
Yep. So, morning, Kate. So I'm going to. That's going to be my focus. Is trying to bring more awareness. I know there's a lot of awareness. Morning, Anushka. I know there's awareness already, like on YouTube, but I'm going to be working on trying to spread that out to other avenues. So I'm working on some plans. But I saw something really interesting in the news, and it's out of our favorite state, Nebraska.
Oh yeah, I got to get that shirt you were talking about.
Yeah, I said take a picture of this shirt this week. I saw get on some social media that said like Nebraska, it's not for everyone or something like that. It was pretty funny. I would totally
rock that shirt.
But I saw this news article out of Nebraska where this woman was arrested for participating in this international scam network. So apparently what happened is there was like a catfishing romance scam network type thing. Where this woman was like, she was working with these people out of Ghana to not only money muling type of work, if you call it work, but she was also talking to them on the phone. So if they wanted to talk to, this fake romance person, then they had that American woman to talk to. And she was like working with the scammers out of Ghana.
Interesting. And they arrested her?
Yeah, they arrested her. And they charged her with, let me see if I can find it. 2 felony charges. I don't know what the charges are. But it says 2 felony charges after stealing hundreds of thousands of dollars from elderly victims as part of a larger network of scammers with ties to Ghana. And it's like a romance scam. Oh, here it is. She's being charged with 1 count of conspiracy to commit theft by deception, more than $5,000, and 1 count of theft by deception, more than $5,000. So conspiracy to commit theft and then theft. So,
good. They should add murder to those charges.
Yeah, exactly. So, I think like, we've said it multiple times, and I know we'll say it again, and I know a lot of people don't agree, but this problem that we're blaming on India or Nigeria or Ghana, it's like the U.S. is just as involved and responsible for this problem as those countries are. It's not an Indian thing or a Nigerian thing. It's just a scumbag thing. You know what I mean? And there's plenty of people in the United States that are participating in the money laundering. There's also other scammers here, like there are some pet scammers here, just other scammers here. It's not like we're devoid of scammers. So, it's not fair to blame India, especially when India has 1.5 billion people. So the percentage of the people that are scammers are super low. So just blaming India and like acting like we're so much better than India and we're just far morally superior to a country of 1.5 billion is just not true, in my opinion.
I mean, I would hope at this point people don't feel like that. I think most people that tune into this show or watch our videos or anybody's videos, I think it's a very small percentage of the people where you'll see a racist comment left or, generalizing a whole country. I really feel like scambaiters have done a great job making it clear, at least some that I've watched, that like what you just said, 1.5 billion people. It's a very small percentage. It could be any country. The only reason why we focus on these countries is because they nonchalantly go into an office that's set up like a corporate environment with like a water cooler and AC and clocking in and out or whatever, getting salary. And I know people have fought me on this. It's tolerated. When you can pay the police off and they look the other way, to me, that means it's tolerated. Right. And I mean, if you've ever, I just was catching up on my videos yesterday, and I was watching a pierogi video from about a week or two ago when he was looking for the Rakesh, I think the scammer's name was, unless he was talking about that, and I have to watch it again because I watched it once. So, but anyway, he's been tracking scammers for a while, and he even said, they take pictures of the people, the police come in, they take pictures, and before you know it, the scammers are out doing it again. Right. It's a very terrible thing, but it's more prevalent there. Not that we don't do it here and we have bad people here, but when you can work in an office and pretend to be Social Security or Amazon, that's a little bit more, I guess, visible than here, and that's why we mess with them, I think.
Yeah, I agree. There's that level of organized crime or organized scamming that we definitely need to eliminate right now, because like right now it's like a business, an organized business that runs under LLCs and with American LLCs and bosses over multiple branches and things like that. We definitely need to eliminate these organized scamming for sure. Scammers will always be there they'll always be there, but if we could work, right now we're in an era where it's like you said, it's a business with business practices, and some of the business practices are superior to non-scamming business practices, So if we could take out all these organizations of scammers, and a lot of them do have the same bosses and etc., then we could really help this problem, In my opinion, in my humble expert
awareness and wasting their time. I mean, you give me an American criminal's phone number, I'm calling them. I just can't find them, and that's why. But I'll talk to any criminal and waste their time so they're not scamming an innocent person. There's just so many numbers. I mean, I can only really do at this point like one call center in one day. I mean, they don't shut the number down. They don't block me. They're there having a good time. I called Microsoft yesterday just 3 times. I was bored. I called Microsoft 3 times, and before you know it, all of my phones are ringing. They're calling me back, and then they're making dog sounds and baby noises, like they're just having a good time messing with me at that point. Before you know it, my day's over, and the only thing I've done is talk with Microsoft. So there's so many out there. I encourage everyone to get a text now and be safe, but mess with as many scammers as you can.
Yeah, and Microsoft scams right now are super big. Like, I keep seeing them over and over and over, the pop-ups. So
The pop-ups are huge.
storytelling. Yeah, and they're really dangerous because it's something in people's faces. You know what I mean? Like, it's right there in their face with the phone number, so it hooks them a lot more, you know?
And you think they're not making money because you're so stupid when you're on the phone with them, but some of these call centers are doing $1 million a month.
Right.
I mean,
sure.
and they might get one victim, but they're wiping out their investments. They have access to their bank account. I mean, they're some people, they have $400,000-$500,000 saved up. They'll wipe it out in one shot.
Yeah.
So
for
it's
sure.
it's ridiculous. But yeah, that's just what I've seen lately. Is Microsoft scams are huge.
Yeah. I agree. I keep seeing them over and over. And like I said, they hook people. It's hard to unhook them. Like, that's what it was yesterday. That guy had the pop-up because it's just right in their face. Like, it's something they can physically see. You know what I mean? And a lot of people are learning about robocalls, and they're learning about emails, and, they're getting a little bit more skeptical, but those pop-ups are just, like I said, some evidence in their face. But any company you call, if they have to sit there and tell you, like, oh no, I'm genuine, and like try to force you to believe them, there's something's wrong. Because the real Microsoft, if you said to them, like, I don't believe that you're Microsoft, they would be like, oh, okay, well, bye then. They're not gonna sit there for 30 minutes and try to convince you. They don't care.
I always say to these idiots, I mean, it's like 2 minutes after me raging at the top of my lungs, you know what I do. And they want to say, well, who told you? How do you know it's a scam? I'm like, why the hell would you fight with me at this point in the conversation? Why wouldn't you just hang up on me? Right. Why would you sit here and try to sell me that you still work at Microsoft? Obviously, you're not going to like say something and I'm going to be like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. Let's start over. It's so stupid. But people do fall for it. So it's, yeah. Yep. I mean, in sales, we always said the sale starts when the customer says no, and maybe they're looking at it that way. They're not really a salesperson until the victim in this case has an objection, and then they try to handle it the best that they can. So maybe that's what they're doing. I don't know. It's just silly to me that they would, at that point in the conversation, after all that raging, try to tell me that they're still Microsoft.
Yeah. Which, by the way, today, if y'all, I heard this, like, tip from somebody, okay, I'll fully admit my video I put out yesterday was more intended for, like, information. It's not super, entertaining, but, if you guys are getting my alerts, could you just, like, go over, well, first of all, could you watch that video and share it? Because I tried to be helpful to people to understand that, because those government grant scams are also getting a lot of people, but also, if you could, like, somebody told me if you ask people to, like, desub and resub, it'll kind of get YouTube to start recommending videos again. I don't know if that's true. Have you heard that?
No, but people sometimes drive me crazy because they'll desub for me for like 5 months and then come back. So please don't desub for me. It drives me crazy.
I mean, within like 1 second, not like 5 minutes later.
I just don't have, people get caught up, they desub, and then the phone rings or the dog bites them.
That's
so
true.
I'd rather them not desub for me, but try it out on CJ.
I don't know. I'm just, YouTube's not recommending my videos right now, and I understand, like, I know it's my fault because I haven't been consistent. And also, I had the same problem last November, so maybe it's a November thing. Like, last November, I really struggled, like, was my worst month ever, so now I'm having another bad month in November. But my video yesterday, like, potentially could be helpful to people. So if y'all wouldn't mind watching it and sharing it so that YouTube will recommend it to other people that might need it, I would greatly appreciate it, because that somebody out there might watch it and it might help somebody. Hopefully. That's why I made it.
I feel like, I know personally, I've always done better when I post 3 or 4 times a week.
Right.
So it's tough to like go away for 2 weeks unless you're like, millions of subscribers or whatever, and they're just waiting. But if you're looking for people to know who you are, I think you were getting a lot of momentum when you used to be very consistent with posting, but you took a couple months away. You're still visible, but I still feel like if you posted 3 to 4 times a week, you would probably see better results. Just my opinion.
I totally agree. I just have trouble balancing that with streaming and school. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So it's like, do I stream or do I like work on my YouTube? It's very hard to know sometimes, like which would be better for the world.
You can end up doing all the work and all the editing and putting out 4 videos in a week, and nobody subs.
Yeah,
and then you get more frustrated, and you're like, why do I even put all this work into it? But
yeah, that's true.
But if you can get your videos out to people that don't necessarily know about scam baiting, I think and scammers, that's the key.
Yeah. Well, I put one out yesterday, and I know a lot of you haven't got to watch it yet. So if you could, I would greatly appreciate it. It's not very long. It is more informational. It's not entertaining per se, but it's informational. So if y'all could watch it and then share it, we could potentially hopefully help somebody that might see it, and that's the whole reason I made it. So I would appreciate it a lot, and it would do good for the world. So you want to tell them the bad news?
What's the bad news?
Chester is off with the queen again.
Oh, yeah, Chester has some serious real life stuff to deal with today. They had to get away from the virtual life that we all live in for the day. So we'll be back on Thursday, and hopefully we'll be able to have some people call in and talk about whatever you want to talk about. But yeah, Chester will not be here today. So sorry, no dad jokes.
Well, I was hoping somebody would call in with some dad jokes, but not whatever you want to talk about, because we don't want to talk about how terrible India is, and I don't want to hear any politics. I'm sorry. It's not. I understand the value of discussing those things, but there's other channels that have more knowledge about it than me, so I would prefer not to discuss any politics.
Well, I would hope people would know that, and if they do, you can just hang up. You have all the control. If you don't like what you hear, hang up.
Yeah. So, just a personal preference, and since I told that to take long ago, I get everyone has a voice and blah blah blah, but I don't want to hear your voice. Thank you so much, Raz. There's the link. I don't want to hear your voice right now on politics. So I'm really
we'll have
sorry.
another channel just for it'll be called Politics, Religion, and All the Drama.
Yeah.
And we can talk about whatever we want. But yeah, we don't want to mix any of that stuff in with what we're here to do.
I just don't want to hear it. So I'm really sorry. But like if that's mean.
But please call in.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, if anyone has any good dad jokes, give us a call. There's the phone number. Let me make sure I typed it right. Yeah. So Thanksgiving. No, we won't be doing a show. You got any exciting Thanksgiving plans you want to share with everyone?
Probably have a turkey and some stuffing.
Cool. By yourself?
No. I'll probably call out and spend the night with a nice young lady. No, just kidding. I'll probably go to my stepsister's house and see my family.
Cool. Well, that sounds like fun. Yeah.
What about you?
Same, just be a family. I'm gonna take at least 1 or 2 days off. I know I just took a day off. Like I took a week off in October, but to be honest, it was like not the slightest bit relaxing. It was my last week in India, and then it was traveling. Hey, DA. hey, Miss Chatterbox. And then it was traveling from India back to the United States, so it definitely wasn't at all relaxing. So probably Friday and Saturday I might just take those days off and do nothing.
Yeah, I don't blame you. And you know, I came from retail, and I mean, I worked retail for 25 years, and then I had my own mall-based stores for 10 years, and I worked every single Black Friday for 20 years. And then when I had my own business, I would actually be the only idiot in the mall getting my stores ready on Thanksgiving. But that was a big shopping day, and I know it's not the same as it used to be, but it's nice to not have to do those things for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
It's the first Friday. I don't need to be up at 5 in the morning to be at a store at 6 or 7 or whatever. So
yeah, for sure.
I'm okay doing nothing. Although I will go see my dad and my family, but
yeah,
I'm okay. It's just another Thursday to me.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, we won't have any. We will not have a show on Thursday. Now next week on Tuesday we have LCJ Scambait. Wait, let me make sure that's the right date. Trying to keep this all straight. Sometimes I mess up. I got the official Morning Scam Show's calendar in front of me. I should put that up online or something. The official Morning Scam Show calendar. Okay, let me make sure. Okay, yeah. So on the 29th, which is next Tuesday, we have LCJ Scambait. And then next Thursday, we have that guy from Scientology, the Aaron guy from Scientology. I don't know if you guys watched Leah Remini's show. He was in a whole episode, and he's friends with Leah Remini. He's friends with Mike Render, and he was in Scientology for 20 or 30 years or something like that. So we'll be talking to him about Scientology and does he label it as a scam, and why I think it's a scam. Hi, Dinky. Et cetera, et cetera. So I think it'll be good. What do you think?
It sounds interesting. I would say we'll play host that day. Very objective. Let him talk about what he felt when he was involved with them. I would say to anybody who's who follows that school of belief, you may not want to tune in because it sounds like it might get a little bit heated against Scientology. It doesn't seem like he's too happy with it, just based on what you're saying. But I know that there's still some people that subscribe to that belief. I would say just stay away that day then. That's okay.
Yeah.
It may not be for everyone. And then I'm looking at the chat a little bit. So DA, no, I haven't watched a lot of stuff. I assume you mean a logical video, but I'll definitely catch up on some YouTube stuff. Like I said yesterday, I was watching a lot of pierogi stuff, and then of course CJ's premiere. But I think that's what you meant, Lupita's video.
Yeah.
But anyway, and then we have, I think around December 6th is like when we started doing this whole charade thing, right?
Yeah, and that was what I was going to say next. So we have him on the 1st, and then the 6th is our 1 year anniversary. Exactly. We started December 6th of 2021. We survived a whole year. We didn't murder each other.
Well, we're in virtual land, so we're protected with the wave, the waves. But yeah, what a year it's been, right? We survived. We've both grown, and we've made some good friends, and we've spread some awareness and saved some victims. So it's been a good year. So hopefully we'll have something good planned on December 6th.
Hopefully. I haven't planned anything yet, but we're working on it.
Well, it's not December 5th yet. Why would you?
Yeah, right? But yeah, But yeah, we made a whole year. We have, like, if y'all are wondering, like, Take and I occasionally, like, because we're human beings, we occasionally butt heads or whatever you want to say, or don't see eye to eye. But, we've never, I don't think we've had any, like, big doozy fights or anything. And we definitely have never turned on each other.
No, we're still good friends, and I would like to agree with you on everything you say, but then we'd both be wrong. So one of us has to be right. So, no hard feelings. I still love you.
Very true. I won't even argue with you on that one. But it's honestly not, I would say, like, not frequent at all. It's been a handful of times over the last year that we had any slight tension and we got over it. So yeah, it's been working good, I think.
Yeah. And today we have the guy who does the music for Pierogi, right?
Correct. I don't know.
Okay.
I think this is the only one that Pierogi uses is DRYVE. Y'all.
DRYVE.
Yeah, you guys in the chat that are hardcore Pierogi fans, does he use any other bands, or is it just DRYVE that he uses for music? I don't know. I was on DRYVE's channel a lot the last couple of days, and there's a lot of stuff that's like exclusively the music for Scammer Payback. And I tuned in yesterday to Pierogi's stream, and he was jamming out to one of his, I guess that's his main song in the beginning. Definitely a serious songwriter. Yeah,
Hello?
For sure.
Good.
Sorry, I was reading Chris's message, so I got distracted.
That's all right.
So yeah, I totally agree. So I guess he just uses DRYVE. I need to find a music group that doesn't want to get paid, that doesn't. Oh, someone's calling in.
Oh, who's that now?
Hello, welcome to the Morning Scam Show.
Good morning, CJ.
Hi, who is this?
It's Kelly. It's KDA Scambaiters.
Hi, welcome to the show. How are you today?
Not too bad, not too bad. Hello,
Awesome.
Take.
What's up, Kelly? How you doing? Keeping warm up there?
Oh, not too bad. Not too bad. Is it cold up there in New York?
Oh, you betcha.
You betcha. See,
but not as cold as what you're experiencing. So I don't want to like shiver like a little bitch. What you need to deal with is just ungodly. I mean, what are you at right now? Like 100 below Celsius?
Actually, no. We're actually sitting at about +2 this morning, so we're good.
That's like Celsius. Santa Claus weather.
+2 Fahrenheit or Celsius?
Celsius. +2 Celsius. So
that's not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad. We said they didn't. You don't need layers today. Yeah. Layers would make you sweat more today.
But it's only November, so are you? If it's that cold now, I mean, in a couple more weeks, are you expecting it to be like -10 Celsius?
No, we're expecting it more like -20 with the wind chill of -35, maybe.
Oh, why even go out?
No kidding. That's why we have house hermits.
I would snuggle with the cats and get myself some Dove ice cream bars and just call it a season. I would just stay home.
Yes. Well, when you have ice on the outside of your window and the inside, you know it's cold.
Oh, that'll do it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's on your mind today? You got any dad jokes, or you want to say anything about scam baiting, or?
Well, I got myself a computer now.
That's awesome.
I have a VM on it, and yesterday was one of the first times I've had a scammer on my VM. And oh my goodness, what an adrenaline rush. Holy crap. Oh my goodness, I was shaking so bad. I was surprised my chair stayed up right, because I was so like, shaking so bad. But yeah, I afterwards the adrenaline rush was like so much that I actually felt sick afterwards. It was so funny.
Oh
I
my
was like,
gosh.
I gotta lay down. I'm like, this is like too much.
Oh my
And
gosh.
But yeah,
I mean, obviously,
yeah,
that's your first one. You said, right?
yeah, that was the first time because the very first time I had a scammer on my computer, I like totally panicked. I like unplugged the internet. I was like, how do I get them off? I don't know what to do, and I'm just like
But
panicking like crazy.
it's your virtual machine, though, right?
Yes, it is.
And
But still,
I mean, you've
it's
been making
scary.
calls for about the last 6 months or so, right?
Yes, yes.
So, I mean, it's a
So,
perfect example of anybody can start getting involved. I mean, and the calls led you to taking it to the next level, to getting a virtual machine and letting these scumbags hook up to your computer, wasting more of their time. So, more power to you. You know, you got involved, and it's the perfect example of anybody can start doing it.
yeah, yeah, it's true. Because man, it was like scary as heck. But I was surrounded by great scam baiters, so I was like, felt like I was protected. Because if I needed help or if I needed to like get to the next step, I had a bunch of scam baiters around me to say, "Hey, do this, do that, say this, go here, go there." It's like, okay. So yeah, I took them right to the part where the bank, where they connect to your bank, and I didn't have a bank account on my VM. So I'm like, well, I've just got one question. And he's like, what? I'm like, why do you feel the need to scam people? And he's like, what? And I'm like, oh, thanks for the form that you got me to fill out. I've now reported that to the proper authorities, and you have yourself a great day, and hopefully no rupees for you today. Bye. That's the whole thing. So it was quite interesting.
Awesome.
So,
Well, it sounds like you're doing some good stuff. So what do you like hope you have any like future goals? Are you going to try to get a bank account, or what's your plan next? Or you
well, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing now. Eventually I will get a bank account and I will get a dialer. But that's like probably another 3-4 months in the future. But other than that, I'm just going to keep trying to get further with them and try not to like shake like crazy. Try to get used to the adrenaline rush of having somebody else on my computer. I don't know why, but I've got this fear in my head that they're going to find my host machine, and I have no idea why. I've never seen it. It's never happened to most scam baiters, but it's just a fear I have that they were going to find my host computer and try and like grab some of my identity or whatever, or steal it or something like that. But I just got to get over that fear.
I mean, there's definitely a risk there. You can't deny that. Like nothing. The risk is probably low, but there is a risk. So that's why, like, I don't log into my personal bank or anything with my real name on the same computer that I use with my VM. That's what I do. So that way, if they did do it, they wouldn't get too much. And so.
Yeah, I don't log into my personal bank account on my computer. I don't even have the app, nothing. It's all on my phone, but I would never let them on my phone. That's what my news.
Great.
So I'm coming along. I've grown a lot in the last 6 months, and now I'm going on to the next step. So.
That's awesome. Well, we're super proud of your growth. We definitely wish you all the best, and so proud of all the work that you're doing. Because you know me, I'm a proponent of time wasting, and especially seeing it on now that I've been doing the calls. That when people are invested in one person, like they really think they're going to get a sale, it shuts several people down at once. So it's very helpful, so we really appreciate everything you're doing, and we'll have to, check. Maybe one day you'll have a channel. You think so?
Yeah, I think so. There's a couple of times that I've thought about going live while doing a call, but more it's, right now I'm just doing it in a group, so I do scam baiting in a group, so right now I'm not comfortable enough to do it on my own yet, so I'd rather stay in the group for now.
Yeah.
Eventually I will branch out, but right now I just feel like it's better for me to be in the group.
For
so
sure.
If I get stuck, I'm like surrounded by great baiters, and I can ask questions and get some help. I've actually had people jump into a scam call with me and just bounce off each other, like great improv. So
yeah.
Well,
that's great. That's super awesome. I think it's a good reminder too about just being safe. Everything takes time to learn. Not everyone has to do everything. Being safe is more important, because if you end up losing your information to save other people, that's not good. We don't want that.
No.
So,
and I'd like to say happy Thanksgiving to all my American friends.
Yeah, sure.
Canadians, we've already done the turkey and everything, so all our American friends are celebrating this week. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, we're
so
tropical
much.
people compared to you.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Thanks. It was awesome you called in.
Yeah, thanks so much for calling in and giving us an update.
Yo, you're welcome. And you guys have a great day.
You too. Bye.
All right. You betcha.
Bye. All right. Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Keep warm. Bye, Kelly. KDA scam baits, everyone.
Yeah, that was KDA
nice
scam baits. Yeah.
And a lot of people don't know. I mean, she does a lot of work behind the scenes, like on a mission to mess with these criminals. Anybody who's got Discord, if you ever look at someone's server, she's in there with 4 or 5 other people, and they're just nonstop calling scammers. It could be 12 o'clock at night, Eastern time anyway, my time, and they're on the phone with travel scammers if they're awake. So it's nonstop, relentless, wasting their time. So she's on a mission. Good for her. Sounds like she's going to be on the next level soon. So thank you, KDA.
Yeah, and what do you think? Like, it brings up an interesting point, because there's not a ton of group scam baiters as far as that have channels. But what do you think about group scam baiting? That's something that I really haven't done.
I don't know. If it's done correctly, I think it could be very effective and entertaining. Me personally, I like to just do it on my own. There's certain times where I'm with somebody and it's fun to like do what I do. I'm just not that, I guess, I'm better by myself, I think. But it would be entertaining to watch a group of baiters just going at it and doing it the right way and messing with criminals. My opinion, it could work. I don't know if I've ever seen a bunch of great collabs yet.
Yeah.
I've seen a few. I know you've been in some baiters, some major baiters, when you're playing the clerk or things like that. But I think more what I'm used to is when I call in on Discord, there's 4 or 5 people, and we're just all. It's almost like a mosh pit. Remember those days Bob RTC had the mosh pit?
Yeah.
That I'm not great at. Personally,
Right.
I'm not great at. But if you can have time and script some stuff out and make a very great, entertaining video, I think Raz and Mary had a great one with Ozzy. There are some that I've seen here and there, but they're few and far between.
Yeah, Amy said I did do group scam baiting at the People's Call Center, so that's probably true.
Yep.
And of course, Mary and Raz are good at it. They had that whole pool party thing that's like legendary.
Right, Humperdinck sisters.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, right. That's what I'm saying. It can be done very entertaining and effective, where they wasted I don't know how many hours of that idiot's time. But me personally, I think I could just, and I don't think anyone wants to work with me anyway. It's always better to work for myself. But like I always ask you, like when you and I collab or when I'm on your stream, the first thing I want to know is, did you get all of the information out of this idiot that you need to get? I do not want to ruin it with my raging nonsense and my goofy stories, whatever. So if you say yes, I have full reign, then I'll go crazy. But I never want to just step on someone's toes if they're really, doing good work and trying to get bank accounts or locations and things like that.
Yeah. Well, Kit Boga does a lot of collabs on Fridays. I don't know if he does still, but he used to when I first started watching him have like a different like guest on Fridays, and it was pretty good because he would have what's that guy that he has on a lot that's super funny, what's his name, shoot, I can't think of his name, Melton or something, Melton, I don't know.
I haven't watched the Kit video in a long time, to be honest, so
yeah, but he does,
I started with him, I don't remember
he
too
does
much.
some hilarious collabs, so collabs are good. And Gordon and I just did a collab last week, and it went pretty good. But as far as like big groups of scam baiting, I guess other than the People's Call Center, I haven't really done that before. So would be interesting. Like KDA does it in big groups, I think. So yeah, Milton Pike, that's it.
Yeah, I mean, there's different types, like there's groups that'll just sit there and can yell and say funny stuff, and sometimes the scammer won't hang right up, and it can be entertaining. But other times, if you're talking about like the big groups, I think if it's planned out, and you can really have a good plan of action, it can probably be very effective and also entertaining.
Yeah, for sure.
I just don't see too many of those yet.
Hi, Sasquatch.
What up, Sasquatch?
Okay, well...
Morning, Neon. Morning, Crypt. Yeah,
Morning,
sorry, I'm not really
babes.
watching chat too much just because I'm trying to save my eyes for later if I want to watch something on Netflix. Been watching a lot of Bollywood movies lately. I'm starting to dream in Hindi, so and it's a good
Awesome.
step. Yep.
Well, Peter told me that he learned Hindi. I asked him, like, did you learn Hindi in school? And he's like, no, I just mostly learned it through movies. so
Yeah, like I said before, it's to find movies that don't have a lot of singing. Like I've watched the Indian version of Grease about 10 times. I feel like they're acting and you don't know, and all of a sudden they break into song. So it's entertaining. But I also like the dark erotic thrillers that come out of Bollywood. And there's a lot of good ones on Netflix. But even if you don't want to learn Hindi and you're okay with reading subtitles, I know a lot of people don't like subtitles. Some of these movies are amazing.
Well, you would have enjoyed India with me because I went to a big place where they filmed a lot of stuff, a lot of movies. Like they had a whole UK looking city set up. They had an airport. They had a hospital. They had all these buildings set up that they used to film there. It was really cool.
Yeah, I would love to see that.
Yeah.
Most of the ones I've been watching are always taking place in Mumbai, but I know.
Yeah, but that
they're
doesn't
all
mean
over.
they film it there, just like every other movie. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know? So there's
Yep.
a whole city. I don't know if you call it a city, but a park, a huge park where they film stuff, and then you can go there, like see all the sights. They have like little shows and stuff. It was a lot of fun.
And you know, it's funny. When I was in college, I was very close with somebody. She was from Bombay, because back in the early '90s, I don't know when they switched it to Mumbai. I never asked her questions about India, and she was the only girl in college that would give me any time of day. She came to my birthday with me, met my family, and she was from India. And now I'm kicking myself that I was such a selfish prick. I didn't ask her anything about India. She just said she was from Bombay.
Dang.
But
You could have gotten some valuable information there.
right.
Plus, I need, like, the main language they speak in Mumbai is one language I do not have any translators for. I have translators for, like, tons of other languages in India. Like, I have someone in Gujarat, I have Punjabi, I have Telugu, Tamil, Bengali, but I don't have, what is it, something called, like, Maritime or something like that? It starts with an M.
Yeah, I don't even know that one. I mean, all of the movies I watch out of Mumbai, they're always speaking Hindi, thank goodness. I'm not in the mood or I have the patience to try to learn something else.
Yeah, they have a different, like, main language. I mean, they do speak Hindi, but it's like Kolkata, you know, a lot of the people in Kolkata know Hindi and Bengali. Well, and a lot of people in Mumbai know Hindi and this other one that starts with an M. Yeah, there it is.
That's common.
Maritai.
What's called Maritai?
Or Marathai. I don't know how to say it, but Mukesh just put it in the chat.
Somebody in chat from that beautiful country can talk more than I can, obviously, but I've learned a couple things on Google, and it seems like, I mean, it's a huge mistake to say that everyone in India speaks Hindi, obviously. Right. Only 50% of the people speak Hindi.
Right.
So there's so many different languages there. I mean, I bet you if I went to southern India, anything I've learned in Hindi, maybe some would know, but I mean, they really wouldn't understand me. I mean, not that I really have a great, accent anyway. So even if they did speak Hindi, they might not understand me. But there's so many places in India that don't know any Hindi, right? I mean, it's crazy. There's so many languages there.
Yeah, I don't know. Morning Susan, I don't know, obviously, all the places, but I did go to Chennai with Peter, and neither Peter or I could communicate with anyone there. I mean, not anyone, but it was very hard to communicate because they only speak Tamil there. And Peter didn't know any Tamil. That was when he didn't know any. That most of them did not know Hindi. Some of them knew some English, but the English was not, like, they didn't know it fluently enough to talk in it. You know what I mean? They just could pick up on this or that. So it's just a really interesting country that way. Like, I think it's awesome and problematic too. Like, I kind of feel sad that people within their own country can't travel to anywhere in the country and not be able to communicate. Like, that's kind of sad. You know what I mean? I mean, like, from Kolkata to Chennai for Peter is like a two-hour plane trip, and then he gets there in his own country, he can't communicate, so that part is kind of sad, but at the same time it's also super interesting because each part of India is like has a different feel to it and different culture, and even people are kind of dressed different. Like in Chennai, almost all the women wore flowers in their hair. Like, almost all of them. And it was just something cool that was different from, like, Delhi. You know what I mean? And they all wore very, like, kind of different looking saris with flowers in their hair. And I thought it was pretty cool. Like, it's just funny how they have so much different culture and it's not that far from each other. It would be like going to Florida and seeing a whole different community. You know what I mean? It's kind of cool that way, but...
It's kind of like that in New York, where you're describing. You walk 2 blocks and it's all Colombian, and you better know Spanish. And if you walk the other way, you better know Chinese. So it's like a melting pot, and where I am at. But I hear what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah, it was cool though. But ching, Joe. Joe said, "What's a scammer's favorite food?"
Fish.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, well, I haven't heard from Drive yet today. Oh, no, they're here. All right, so let's take our break, and then when we come back, we will have Drive on, and I'll try to get something to drink. I know I sound dry. So let's take our break, and we will be right back with Drive.
All right, can't wait.
Hi, is this Microsoft?
Yes, sir. This is Microsoft. How may I help you?
Okay, you fuck. I need you to take the lund out of your mouth and do some serious work on my computer. Can you help me or not?
What do you, what problem you're facing, sir?
I don't know what's going on. I was working on my computer and all of a sudden it's all jammed up like lunds in your mouth. Can you help me or not? Is this Microsoft?
No, I can't help you.
Yeah, because it's not Microsoft, you fuck. I know who you are. I'll call you right back. Hang up the phone.
Don't you say goodbye?
Something I said?
Hello, this is Sherlyn from Education Center. Do you have a student loan to be forgiven?
Oh, I do. Please forgive me. But listen, there's blood everywhere. I've talked to you several times, and you're still there. You're playing around on the phone. I really need you here. Can you help me?
All right, sir. So, do you have a student loan to be forgiven, sir?
I do have a student loan to be forgiven, but there's a dead body in my apartment right now, and there's blood everywhere. And I don't have Doritos, and definitely do not have French onion dip. Can you help me? I don't know what went wrong there.
It's back to Michael with the Education Center. How are you doing today?
I'm doing okay, except there's blood everywhere. Can you help me?
Blood everywhere?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I woke up and there's blood everywhere. I might have to ditch town for a little while.
Okay.
Do you have anywhere I can hide out?
All right, then. Yeah, and there is no place to hide, young man. Just call 911 so that they can fuck you.
Go ahead, please.
Calling, how can I help you?
Oh, hi, ma'am. Do you want to play Titanic? You can be the iceberg, and I'll go down. Go ahead, please. Something I said?
Thanks for calling Amazon. You're speaking with Sam. How can I help you?
You can't even pronounce the word Sam, idiot. No business doing this.
Thanks for calling, how can I help you?
Hey, I'm so sorry. Before we got off to a bad start, do you want to be friends? Go ahead, please. I'll call you back from a different number.
Thank you for calling Amazon. My name is Amanda Wilson. How can I help you today?
Amanda Wilson, do you want to be friends?
Sorry?
Oh, are you wearing a sari? Like one of those dresses that Indian women wear? I love them. Oh my goodness. Talk to me about your sari.
I said sorry, not sorry.
Oh, okay. I couldn't understand you. A very thick accent. It's beautiful, though. Tell me about yourself. Do you ever feel bad about hurting people and taking their last dollar and lying to them?
Sometimes.
Sometimes, huh? How much longer do you think you're going to be doing this?
I don't know.
Is there anything I could do to help you?
No.
Oh, okay. So you're just going to sit there and continue to hurt people then, huh?
Maybe.
Wow, that's a tough life. I mean, you got a lot of bad karma coming to you.
I think so.
Yep. You think your situation's that bad that you'd rather just face the karma later and do what you have to do now?
I don't know.
Oh, how old are you?
Name. What's your name?
Oh, मेरा नाम राज पटेल है और आप तुम्हारा असली नाम क्या है?
Can you please tell me your name?
Yeah, Raj Patel. और आप तुम्हारा असली नाम क्या है? I'm so sorry. मुझे माफ करो. My Hindi's not that good. What's your real name?
I'm not liable to tell you my real name.
Oh, okay. I can tell you mine, though. Yeah, Raj Patel.
No, your real name is not Raj Patel.
Well, why? Well, I mean, what name did you tell me you were?
I'm just
hung up on you. Bye.
Okay, I'm gonna call you right back from a different number. Okay, miss you already. Firmilinge.
Thank you for reaching Amazon. You're speaking with Sue. How may I help you?
Sue, listen, I called before. I'm the one who bet $5,000, and I thought Kentucky was going to beat Duke, and then they came to my apartment, Bert and Ernie, but I settled that score. And now what happened is I just got a phone call from Oscar. What? Go ahead, please. Sue?
Sir, you're rushing, sir, and I really cannot understand what exactly you're trying to say.
Oh, let me slow it down. I'm sorry.
A little bit slower so
Yeah,
that I can understand you.
Let me talk slower, okay? I'm just checking my calendar right now. I'm not going to bet any more basketball games, but I can definitely have you pregnant by March. Go ahead, please. Understand me? Sue?
You will have AIDS, okay?
You stupid bitch. You're scamming people. You're evil. Get a job. How long have you been doing this? Something I said?
Thank you for calling Amazon. You're speaking to CB. How can I help you today?
Hey, buddy, we spoke before. Now Cal Chocula's calling me looking for money. What's going on with you people? First Bert and Ernie, then this side Vinny, then you, now Count Chocula.
Sir.
Madam, go ahead, please.
So you're calling us again and again.
Holy, that's what I do. That's all I do.
Can you understand me one thing?
You're scamming people again and again, so I call you again and again.
So you're calling us again.
Absolutely, Gandu. We're going to be good friends by the end of the day. I'm sorry? You're my concern. The fact that you're scamming people, that you're pretending to work at Amazon, that's my concern, Gandu. Go ahead, please.
No, I'm listening to you, sir. Could you please tell me that?
I was telling you my concern. You asked my concern. Now you're talking again. Settle, pedal. Let me finish. You're scamming people. Don't you ever feel bad? Do you ever feel stupid that you would say that you work at Amazon? Some of you has to feel stupid, right? Like a part of you doesn't want to do this anymore, right?
Sir, why do you feel that we're doing this?
Oh, stop it. You sound ridiculous. You're embarrassing yourself, Chuthia. Tumhara asli naam kya hai? Who am I speaking with?
Who am I speaking with, sir? Can you please tell me?
Mera naam Raj Patel hai. Aur aap? Tumhara asli naam kya hai?
Why do I believe that I'll see your videos, man?
I don't care what you believe. You know what you're doing. I'm just calling you to tell you to stop. You're going to hear from me all day. I got 100 phones. You're not going to know what's a victim and what's Raj Patel.
I know that.
Okay. Why don't you get a job and stop hurting people?
I know that.
Okay, you know that. You know that. So stop it.
Okay.
Stop hurting people. You feel good every time you take a dying lady's last dollar?
Thanks for calling. How may I help you?
Hey, I have a defective cuckoo clock. I don't know what you guys are selling here, but this cuckoo clock, this cuckoo bird comes out too goddamn fast. It hit me in the eye. I can't find a patch store anywhere to save my life. And the only thing this cuckoo clock does every hour is it pops out of that little goofy hole and says, "Give me gift cards, give me gift cards." What's going on with you guys?
Stop calling me.
That's so funny.
Why are you calling me with the thousands and hundreds of...
You really want me to tell you? You want me to tell you?
Is that you? How you
want me to tell you
that, sir? How you do that? How you do that?
I mean,
please teach me.
You're too funny. You're funny. That's the best phone greeting I've ever heard. Well,
I really want to teach. I really want to learn this type of harassing someone or disturbing someone. So I have to learn that. I will try this to my friend as well. Please teach me how to do that.
Okay. I don't know if the person in charge can hear me right now, but if he can hear me, maybe he'll jump on and give you a price. Maybe you pay him like $10,000 and he'll teach you how to do it.
$10,000. Have you ever seen $10,000?
Have I what?
No, $10,000 is a huge amount. Please, I have to bargain with you.
Well, I know you have to bargain with me. I know that's coming, but I'm not the one who makes up this program. There's people a lot smarter than me that do it.
I will give you $1,000 to teach me how you do this.
I don't think that's enough for him, though. But listen, you hurt people, though. Why would they give you a tool to hurt people more?
I didn't
You understand?
got you. First of all, stop calling me because I have all the line got DAT.
What? Where did he call? Are you Social Security or Amazon today? Who are you?
Guess what? First of all, don't call me because there's lots of call coming out. Okay, stop calling.
It's so
me.
funny
You have to
that
talk
you
with
say that.
Then
You make me
all
laugh.
all the employees are gone because you are calling too much. All the employees are gone. They
So
said, "Fuck
you want
this shit. I don't."
You want us to? You're so funny. You want us to have sympathy on somebody who hurts people every single day, who has been responsible for millions of people to lose their money. A few of them have killed themselves, and you're sitting over there in Calcutta or Sector 5 or whatever you are, and you're having your life, and you don't care about hurting people, but you want me to feel bad that we keep calling you. Just so I understand. Right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'll tell him to stop calling you, okay? I'll try. I'll tell him to stop calling you. I'm sure he can hear me.
Yes. I will stop doing this, right?
When are you going to stop? How long have you been doing this for, though? How long have you been scamming people?
I am just a new guy, sir. I'm just a new guy. I'm facing this kind of shit.
You are connected with support. How can I help you?
You're picking up the phone pretending that you want to help people, but you really want to rob them.
I want you to understand. Legally and federally, I know what type of a time waster you are.
Do you want people to empty their bank account?
Why would you waste my precious time?
We call scammers. And man, they say the dumbest stuff.
Go ahead, please.
Hey, then I'll call this number again, okay?
Good, how you doing?
Okay, we are back with Drive. Hi, Drive. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Hello. It's good to be here.
Yeah, awesome to have you. So, are you, you're the singer, right, of the group, or?
The group is just me, actually.
Oh, awesome.
And then, so sometimes I sing, and then sometimes I have a guest thing, which his name is Father Dude. He's on the Payback album.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Awesome. So you're a one-man show. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's a one-man thing. But a lot of people mistake it for a group. I see a lot of that on the internet, which I understand why.
Yeah, but it's not, that's a compliment for sure. You can make it sound like a whole group with one person. That's amazing. So how long have you been, playing music?
Probably, I'm 43, so probably about 30 years.
Wow, awesome.
Yeah, been a long time.
And then how'd you hook up with Pierogi there? I mean, you have an awesome channel. Your music is amazing. I would definitely encourage anyone who loves synth pop to go check it out. And then you also, like you said, have the collabs with voices and singing. And I saw Pierogi stream yesterday. I made it to the beginning, and he was jamming out to your song, and you kind of tailored it, I think, right to him. Is that kind of what was worked out between you guys? I mean, it seemed like the lyrics kind of fit in exactly what Pierogi was doing. You're talking about people hurting each other in this world, and we need a hero, and it was just a perfect opening song, I thought.
Yeah, it was tailored. The Payback album was tailored to thematically fit what he's doing. I met Pierogi like last year around August or July. They called me asking to use a song of mine, and then they wanted it was a song of mine called City Nights, which features my friend Father Dude on vocals. And then they wanted a track for their YouTube, and like a theme song, and we wrote the Payback for it. And I didn't think it was going to be anything. I'd never watched the channel. I just, he was just a really nice guy, so I was like, yeah, sure, we'll do it. And then I watched the channel. I was like, oh, wow. It's like, guy's pretty big.
Yeah.
A lot more people hearing your stuff now. Did that give you like a spike in people going to your channel? I'm sure it did, right?
Yeah, Pierogi support has been massive for the continued success of the project. So that's really when I saw a lot of people start to react to the music was as soon as he started playing it, because I think I'd been doing DRYVE for about 1.5 years at that point. It was moving. It was moving slowly but consistently, and then there was a very large spike as soon as Scammer Payback got involved, because I think I got involved with him when he had about 1 million subs, and now I think he's at like 3.5 million subs. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've been on that journey.
Yeah.
Do you do music full time?
I do. I do music full time. I have a lot of different projects.
Awesome.
That's awesome. What a dream come true.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm very grateful.
And what kind of like music do you listen to? Do you have anyone that inspired you back in the day? Probably Taken I's generation.
Yeah, I mean, being an '80s kid, growing up in the '80s and '90s, there's a lot of the reason, I guess, that the DRYVE stuff sounds the way it does. It's very much a homage to, the synth pop and new wave type vibe of the '80s.
It's funny that you said 80s, because I didn't want to say 80s because I didn't know if you'd get like it's definitely not 80s. But when I was listening to it, I was like, man, this is so cool. It's bringing me back to my like new wave days. And also the Oliver Stone could have used you on the soundtrack to Scarface. That's the way I was looking at your music when I was watching it. And I'm a huge fan of synth pop, and your songs are amazing. So I don't mean any disrespect, but I'm glad you agree with me that I think it's definitely 80s influenced.
Yes, it's very. I mean, it's very intentionally so. The genre for what I do is referred to as synthwave, which is very much influenced by the synth work of the 1980s.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I mean, I definitely, I think, I like that 80s feel to it. I definitely think it's cool, but it's still modern at the same time, so you do a really good job of bringing them both together. Is there any other YouTube channels that you write songs for? Or is it like you exclusively have a contract, if you want to say, with Scammer Payback, an agreement?
No, yeah, this is my first time doing something like I've written music for films. I've written music for commercials. So it wasn't foreign to do, but this is my first time doing it for like a YouTube channel, and so I was a little unprepared how it would. I thought this song we put out, the Payback, we didn't put it out. I wrote the song with my friend Father Dude. We gave it to him, and I was like, we're just writing this thing for this channel. We're never going to release this or anything. Mm-hmm. And then like all of his community was like, where's this song? Where's the song? And then I saw the reaction. I was like, well, geez, maybe we better put this song out. And then it's kind of grew from there into, I had the idea. I brought the idea to Pierogi to do the album because he wanted a couple more tracks. He had thematic ideas for him. And I was kind of like, what if we did an album for your channel that you had exclusive rights to use it for your channel? And we called it the Payback, and it worked great.
Yeah, it works really good. I wish I could find someone like that out there in the world, if you know anyone. The problem is I have no money, so it has to be someone that wants to just is so kind-hearted.
Oh, right. Yeah, it was, it was definitely not cheap. And it definitely, Father Dude and I spent, we wrote the album really quick. I think we wrote it in we had it done in about 3 months, but it was, it took all of our time. So. Yeah,
right. No, I 100% agree, and you deserve, income for that, which I can't provide somebody, but it's super awesome. I'm really glad that because the music does seem to fit him so well, too, for sure.
I spent a lot of time watching the channel after the first track to understand everything that's going on there, and to understand what he talks about, what he does, the characters he does, and like the key words that he has. Like we have that track, like join the fight. Like he is always, join the fight. That's like one of his tag phrases. So.
Yeah. So is it kind of like, so do you just watch the channel and then you're like, okay, I'm going to write a song about this, or does he say to you, hey, can you write a song about blah, blah, blah?
Yeah, it's a little bit of both. He had ideas for like the song Red Cherry and Each and Everything were themes that he came to me with, and then the rest of the tracks was just from just from me watching the channel and honestly just taking notes and being like, oh, I would just write down I'd write down titles of songs and be like, we need a song called this about this.
What an awesome job to just watch Pierogi's channel and then come up with song ideas.
Yeah, his channel's very entertaining.
Yeah, for sure.
Your first introductory to the scammers, or did you know about scams and these filthy criminals that he exposes already?
I mean, I knew about. I mean, obviously, I get I've got scam calls in the past and stuff, and my grandmother got scammed out of a bunch of money a few years ago. So I knew about it, but I didn't know that there were people, and I figured there were people out there. I'd heard about people like messing with scammers, but I didn't know there was such a large channel doing that and such a community of people that were like cheering it on.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was curious. I mean, you're definitely a staple of the Pierogi streams. I mean, I was in there yesterday. Like I said, he was jamming out to your song. And I don't get there all the time in the beginning, so that was kind of a treat for me. Oh, we're talking with him tomorrow. But awesome. The lyrics were perfect for his theme of what he does and what he accomplishes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, for sure. Well, do you miss having a band? Like, do you ever wish you had one just because it sounds like you work on a lot of these songs kind of by yourself. Do you ever kind of miss that teamwork?
I am in a band, actually. Just not this project. But
okay. So you have other bands.
I do have a band, and I do play live. Yeah. And with DRYVE, when I do, I've done a few live shows, and I flew Father Dude out here, and we do it together. So it's kind of got a band feel.
Okay, cool. And what's like your other band? What kind of music do they play? Where do you play? That kind of thing. Tell us about that one.
It's very alternative rock, and it's got a little bit of influence in, I guess, got a little bit of post-punk and emo. It's called Dead on a Sunday.
Oh, and, Dead on a Sunday. Okay.
Yeah. I'm the singer, and I write and record most all the music there. So, yeah. Yeah, awesome. I just, just love music and do it every day.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, we're super happy for you because it's hard to love what you do. It's something that like a lot of people don't get to have that. Like a lot of people in life have to just go to jobs to survive. So super awesome that you found something that you love and that you're good at and that you can do for a living.
Yeah, it was a long road. I don't think I started making living at music until I was about 33. I signed a publishing deal with BMG, and it allowed me to stop working a job at that point.
Good for you.
Before that, it was a lot of a lot of no's, a lot of this is never going to happen from my parents, and stuff like that.
Yeah. From watching Pierogi's channel, like, is there anything that stands out? I know that you pick up things that you write songs about it, but is there anything as someone that doesn't, so a lot of us that watch him that come on the show are scam baiters. So what is it like from your perspective to not be a scam baiter, watch his channel? Like, what are the main things you get out of it? If that makes sense.
Yeah, I think his like characters that he does, he like kind of builds these characters like Vivian and has like a kind of a world around her, and and the community knows what he's doing Vivian, and I think that's really interesting. I think there's like a strong entertainment value to the way that he does that is very engaging.
Yeah, for sure. I totally agree.
It's very cool, and obviously they have a lot of production into his channel now. With they have all the graphics, and he's in sometimes he's in the bathroom, or he's in the kitchen, or he's driving the Tesla. And, yeah, Yeah, it's very, he's very entertaining. And he's very well spoken too. I think that really helps when he's talking to the scammers to just make it really engaging and interesting for the audience. Because scam baiting, and I'm like, yeah, there's whatever. How much? I was like, how much of this can you actually watch? And then I've seen like 100 hours of it. So I'm like, oh wow, you can watch a lot of this, and it doesn't really get old.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he always keeps it fresh. I mean, what I think everyone loves about pierogi is not only is it entertaining, but I mean, he gets results. I mean, and I have a small channel and I make calls, and it's always nice that they call me pierogi, but they don't know any. I mean, they fear pierogi. The scammers do not like pierogi, so he's definitely made a huge difference over there. And it has to feel great to be a part of it. I mean, and he's got almost 4 million subs right now, and you've been there since 1 million, and I'm sure he'll be to 10 million before you know it. I mean, he's turning the scammer community into almost a household type of thing, where there's so much awareness being spread there. It's not just scambaiters, I think, that are watching his channel. A lot more people that don't know about scams just tune into him because he's an awesome guy. He's down to earth, and he chases these criminals, and he doesn't give up. It could take a year sometimes before he puts out part 2 of a video. It's amazing. I mean, I can't imagine what it feels like to be a part of this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think you're just in the crawling stages. I think you're both gonna see tremendous exposure, even more in the future.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're right. I just saw he put up a video the other day where that was like something he'd started a year ago with this scam boss. I was like, that's pretty cool that he
right.
Yeah, the follow up a year later.
And you see his team, they're hugging it out like, we got him, I mean, it's just an amazing thing to watch. So I can definitely understand why he's got so many subscribers, and he deserves it. And it's like I said, it must feel amazing to be a part of it, and to keep growing with him, and to spread more awareness.
Yeah, it's very cool. And yeah, the awareness is super cool, because it's amazing how many people are unaware of when a scam's being ran on them, and what I know what the signs are, and I even know more what the signs are by watching this show. I'm get so many calls or whatever, and you get emails like, oh my gosh, there's so many scams. It's insane.
No, nobody wants to work anymore. It's easier just to hurt somebody. Ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh, it's crazy. It's so crazy. And then it's like those people, they just, and then they're okay with living with that, with all that karma and stuff. It's just nuts.
Exactly. It's always try to bring up the karma. I mean, and again, people feel sorry for them, and they talk about, well, you can't judge because they're in this country and they're this, but they're that. But I mean, CJ was just there. I mean, there's 1.5 billion people there. There's a small percentage of these idiots that are doing this, and it's not to survive. It's not to feed their kid, which in those circumstances, people will do whatever they have to do to feed their kid. These are people that are driving around in the nicer cars, and they want bigger material things, and they're okay with hurting people to get it. So I don't feel sorry for them.
No, I agree.
Yeah, for sure. Lady Siski asked if you see yourself doing more movie soundtracks along the lines of, say, other postmodern synth projects, M83 as an example. Not sure what that means, but that's what she asked in the chat.
I love M83. He did the whole soundtrack to that Tom Cruise movie Oblivion that came out 10 years ago. But yes, I would love to do stuff for film like that. I'd love to do soundtracks. I just need the right person to hear the project. It's like, I want to hire that guy to work on my movie, and so maybe they'll hear it through Scammer Payback.
That's your best option, I would say, at the moment, because you could be the most talented person in the world, which you obviously are, but if you don't run into the right person or get the right exposure, you're in the garage for the rest of your life.
Absolutely.
we see it all the time in the music business. I mean, you see these acts and you're like, how the hell did they make it? And then you find out that they knew somebody, or they ran into somebody, they were waiting tables at a restaurant. And it's not about talent so much as knowing the right person. And if you're talented and then know the right person, I think sky's the limit. But it's finding that right person. And I think being with Pierogi, you have more of a shot than not. And you're like in the middle of the country, right? I don't think you have a problem telling people what state you're in, because if you Google Dead on a Sunday, I think on Spotify, it would definitely show where you are, right?
Denver, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So anybody who's in our chat that lives in the Colorado area, make sure you go check out Dead on a Sunday if you're ever playing in a club or a bar.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There you go. And I'm sorry, what part of New York, or not New York, what part of the world are you?
Denver. And you're not wrong about New York. Father Dude, who's on the Payback album, he is from New York.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So that must be what I was
cool. Maybe
thinking.
he's next to me.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah, he's well. I think actually he moved to Jersey now, but he was over in Harlem for a while.
Oh, Harlem.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that wasn't too far from me actually. Is the prices are so expensive here, and we don't need to go in that direction. But most people, like myself, if you're just in New York and you don't have a ton of money, Harlem, you can find some great places. It's still expensive though. Don't get me wrong, but Harlem gets a bad name. But we did have a good basketball team for a while. I think they heard of them.
The Globetrotters?
Anyway, yeah, exactly. They're from Harlem. They're from not too far from here. And then also, my favorite movie takes place in Denver. It's called Things to Do in Denver When You're Dead. And it's got to be, you know about it?
Yeah, Christopher Lloyd is in that, I think.
Christopher Lloyd, Christopher Walken, Andy Garcia, Steve Buscemi. It's like one of the most underrated movies ever, and it takes place in Denver, and it's just amazing. It's like, what are you going to do for the next couple hours, knowing that you have a hit out on you and you're going to die? You know, it's just amazing. But anyway, I won't promote that too much. Not like they're paying us. But go check out Things to Do in Denver When You're Dead, and also go see Dead on a Sunday. And do you have plans to like expand that? Like you said, you had a publishing deal with BMI for, was it for DRYVE?
It was just for me in general, just everything, all encompassing. But yeah. I mean, I'm always expanding everything. My focus right now is the Dead on a Sunday and the DRYVE projects. I have other projects I've worked on, ones that have been much more successful too. But I just kind of go where my interests lie at the time. So
nice. So I think with your connections there, plus knowing Pierogi and him having a pretty big YouTube channel, good things are going to happen to you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you. I hope so.
Yeah, for sure. I totally agree. What any other projects you want to talk about also? Like anything else you want to promote or talk about?
Oh yeah, I mean, I guess for anybody that, if you follow my stuff at all because of the Scammer Payback stuff and the Payback album, I did put out another DRYVE album a few months ago called 80s Kids, the homage to growing up in the 80s. Cool. I sing on a lot of it.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's kind of the most recent thing that's out that I'm hoping continues to get traction. I just put it out just about 3 months ago, so it's fairly new still.
Awesome. Perfect. So they can find that on YouTube or where?
Yeah, you can find it anywhere. Just Google DRYVE 80s Kids and it'll lead you there. I think it's like 12 or 13 tracks.
Awesome. And how long does it take you to make an album like that from start to finish?
It varies. It's weird. It goes really slow, and then out of nowhere, it just goes really fast. I feel like as I'm collecting the ideas and kind of cultivating the ideas, I feel like that takes a lot of time because they don't just all happen at once. They say that, great songs aren't written on the clock, but they're finished on the clock. So once I feel like I have a collection of those ideas and I feel like they're strong enough and they excite me enough to to put together into an album and to finish, I feel like I move relatively fast at that point. So it probably takes me about 8 weeks to finish a full album. Once I feel that I have the core material intact. So
Okay.
Now, when you do the songs, I mean, like I said yesterday, when I was in the Pierogi streams, I mean, and there's 3,500 people in his streams, you know, and he's on camera and he's jamming out to your intro song. I mean, when you make those songs, do you ever feel like, well, how's the audience gonna look at this? What's the mood gonna be in the intro? Does all that come into play when you write like an epic song that he's gonna use to play out to 3,500 people?
Never. Those are things that will bog me down if I sit around and think like somebody will say something weird like, I could really I love cooking to your music, and then that'll get in my head, and it'll be one of those dumb weird little things where I'll be making some song. I'll be like, can you cook to this? Like, it'll bog me down. So I kind of just I tend to tune out what other people think or what their reaction will be when I'm inside of the creative flow, and I just allow myself to kind of create in a vacuum and just use my own instincts and my own taste to sort of guide me there. So.
Yep. And then it all just works out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think if you're making what is exciting to you and is most honest to you, I think that people are going to react the best to it. People can kind of smell through things that aren't authentic. And I think you can just really tell when an artist has worked on a piece of art that they're really excited about. I think it really you can hear it or see it, whatever it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of
that's such a big channel that, I mean, he could have reached out to anybody. I mean, a lot of people would probably be killing for that opportunity. So more power to you. And I really hope it helps Dead on a Sunday as well.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, it's been amazing, and I'm forever grateful that he's put the project on as heavily as he has. So it's definitely was not expected.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we're super happy for you. Like, I love it when people are living their dream. But you said it took you a while. What did you do before you were doing this full time?
Honestly, I grew marijuana because I live in Denver.
Oh, okay.
So I was in that scene for a little while. And before that, I was in just various construction jobs. But as soon as I got my publishing deal, I was quit everything, started just working on that. I think the 6 months into my publishing deal were pretty dark. I was out of money. I moved in with my girlfriend. Was like, you can come live with me. You're really close to things working out. She knew. She was like, you're so close. Everything's about to work out. So she's like, just move in with me. I'm going to pay the bills and stuff. And you'll have this thing worked out. And I think it was about 6 months it took to sign the deal and get the money. So.
Oh, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That was nice.
You.
Yeah.
She must be nicer than me.
DJ would have kicked you out and said, come back when you get that deal.
Yeah. I guess she had a lot of vision to see where that it was headed that direction. So, and things were happening at the time. They just were taking a long time to happen. So.
Yeah.
She had a good tip that it was going to happen. So.
Well, Take and I totally understand that because it takes a long time to make it as a scambaiter YouTuber too.
Absolutely. But as I think Keith Richards said, if you do something well enough for long enough, eventually people will start to take notice. And it's like, are you going to be able to apply the pressure and continue applying the pressure to make it break before you break?
That's true. That's a really good point because, a lot of people that do it want to instantly go viral, and some, Mr. Beast, for example, he posted for a long time before he got anywhere with it. So sometimes it's a long journey, and you have to work hard. You can't just want instant luck or whatever, But of course we all do because it's easier.
Yeah, it's nice when it starts to go, and when things really start going, they do go quickly. But I mean, it's that whole 3 inches from gold thing. Like, you know, are you going to stop 3 inches from gold? Like, you know, or just keep going, because you don't know what that day is where you strike the gold. And when I know, and I've had it happen. I know when it happens, it's like it's life changing and it's quick. So.
I'm sure there's that scenario in almost every field, every invention, everything that you see somebody else doing, somebody else could have done first, but they either gave up because somebody downed them or gave them bad feedback, and they didn't have the strength to say, I'm going to just keep going this extra 3 inches. And, you know, they don't see the times that you fail. They don't see all the times that you practice to make the shot. They don't see that your girlfriend was paying your bills for 6 months and it was a dark period of your life. So, I mean, just keep going. I mean, it's such a great story.
For sure.
Yeah.
I agree. It's an awesome story. So, and yeah, very inspirational. But I agree, though. The point is, you got to work hard. You can't sit on your butt, hang out with your friends all day or whatever, and then just expect magic to happen. You have to work and wait and be patient. So, it's definitely a long term. That's how you know if you really love it or if you have an ulterior motive. Like, do you love it enough to do this for 5 years until you finally get a break? Or, you know what I mean? That's the question, you know, to ask yourself. If you don't want to do it for 5 years.
Ultimate things to ask yourself for sure is, you know, and I think you know, the struggle to get somewhere with it too shows you if it's something you're meant to be doing or not. Like for me, I was, you know, I made music for years when there was no one listening and not a dime on the table. And, you know, I would continue to do it whether people were listening or not. So.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, I totally get that too, because I went to medical school for 1 year. And the biggest lesson I learned during that year was I don't want to be a doctor. You know?
Well, it only took you a year to find that out. That's pretty good.
A year and $100,000 in student loan debt, but we won't talk about that. But, so, I mean, there's nothing wrong with trying something.
Times, and I didn't like it once. Taught me I'm not made out for college.
Yeah, same. I went to college for 2 semesters, and I dropped out to be in a band. So
you follow your dream. You only live once.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's never been about the money for me or anything. It's like I just want to wake up and be happy and not just, you know, not be miserable. And I know that going to work for other people made me wildly miserable. So
I can do it.
Yeah, and you know, it's okay to quit on something because you tried it and you realized this isn't what I should be doing. You just should never quit on something like your passion or something you really want. You shouldn't let anything make you quit. But if you try something and it's not for you, it's okay to quit, I think. I don't think it says anything bad about you. Like, what if I had forced myself to be a doctor just because I had tried it? You know what I mean? I would be seriously miserable right now. So it's okay to try something and then let it go at the right time. Just don't quit, though, if it's something you're super passionate about. If, like I said, any of us, me too, if you're not willing to do this YouTube scam baiting thing for at least like 5 years until you gain some traction, then maybe it's not the thing for you, because it could take a long time to get anywhere with it to where you can actually pay bills and et cetera, you know?
It's very true. Yeah. The YouTube thing is, you really have to build up an audience there for it to work, and make enough money to pay the bills. So it definitely takes some time, and just the time for the people to, you know, the names got to get around, and, you know, there's got to be recognition there. Like I saw some of Pierogi's like early videos, like he had like an archive or something, and I was like, yeah, they were years ago and the production value's really low, and it was just cool to see that growth, you know, that like journey's really cool to see.
Yeah. We've talked about that with him when he was on, and now he's a trend center, and it kind of goes back into that. I mean, there can only be one Pierogi, there can only be one CJ Scams, there can only be one Kip Boga, and what happens is I think a lot of people see what they're doing, and other scam baiters, and they say, oh, I could do that. I'll get a voice changer and a VM and put a clock back up, and yeah, you know what, that worked for a little bit, but then they give up because they realize you got to be your own. You got to get into it and be your own. You can steal from people a little bit, but put your own spin on it. And there's so many people that give up after a couple months. Sometimes I see them come and go because they all want to copy the greats, and it doesn't work out quite like they thought it would. But they have to come back and be a little bit more original and do what's true to your heart, is my opinion.
Yeah, well, the greats became great, and by just being themselves and kind of just being the odd kid out, and the weird one. It's like everybody can't sound like Queen, because Queen was didn't sound like anybody when they came out.
Happens to rock bands all the time. I mean, like you said, there can only be one Queen, there can only be one Led Zeppelin. People can be influenced by them, but they're not going to go anywhere. They might have a hit song for a couple months and then they're gone.
Exactly.
So it's better if you can just be yourself and stay true to it and not get into it for the money, but get into it and to this that we're talking about. Spread awareness, have some compassion, put yourself in other people's shoes, the victims we're talking about, and let's see what happens. But don't get into it for the money.
Yeah, I think you think having vision is everything for when you're doing something. You got to have vision. You've got to have a long vision for it too. You got to be able to see where you want it to be in 5 days, 5 years, like down the road. And that's what keeps that's what separates the projects that become successful from the ones that aren't, is having the vision there and the ability to just keep working towards that and developing it every day into that.
Yep, couldn't agree with you more.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I look forward to hearing more of your music, both on Scammer Payback, but also outside of that. And your other band, do they have albums out that we can listen to as well?
Yeah, just put out an album back in October. It's called Strange Days, and it is everywhere that you can hear music. So yeah, go check it out.
On a Sunday?
Dead on a Sunday. Very different from the Drive stuff.
Awesome.
Yes, indeed. Cool. But thanks for having me. I really appreciate you taking the time
really cool. Thank you.
putting me on. Yeah, anytime.
Awesome.
Oh yeah.
It was
awesome.
Yeah, it was so great talking to you. So thanks so much for stopping by. I know that you have a lot of fans and right now here in chat and in the Scammer Paybacks chat. So we really appreciate you stopping by, because I'm sure they love to hear from you.
Awesome. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for all the support. And it's been beautiful chatting with you guys. I hope you have an amazing rest of your week. Happy holidays.
You too.
All right, bro. You
Happy
too.
Thanksgiving. Bye.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Later.
All right. That was super fun. I love it when we talk to new people, especially different people about different stuff. It's fun.
What a cool guy. I must just take a minute to say, what a cool guy. And the fact that we could ask questions and he can talk back to us about anything was just amazing. I feel like I could talk to him for hours if he didn't have to go eat and use the bathroom, because I know it's getting close to 10 o'clock. But he was just such a cool guy to talk with. And I mean, if I'm sure everybody watches Pierogi's stream, but if you get there in the early hours or minutes of his stream and you hear the song, it's definitely the guy we were just talking to, and the songs are amazing. They fit with what Pierogi's doing. It was just an awesome hour to talk with him.
Agreed.
Drive and Dead on a Sunday.
And
if you're in the Denver area.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, in the Denver area, you can go see them live, but anybody can go listen to them, probably Spotify or whatever the new music channels are. Dead on a Sunday.
Dead on a Sunday. Yep. I got a couple texts now. Text nows from yesterday. If anyone likes Take and I's when we bait together. We did it on Friday. That was pretty fun. That was pretty fun when we baited together on Friday. We just baited.
Yeah, we always have some good ones together. They are always usually good when you start and you get them hooked, and I'm the crazy husband. I think you say I'm your son sometimes, even though I'm like 10 years older than you, so that's very flattering. But they always seem to go good when we work together. Whether there's lines and I can't get to the computer, or, you know, you're just a messy bitch and you got stuff all over the kitchen table and I come back for my keys. But yeah, they work good together.
Art reflects real life, so. Oh, sorry. I just realized that someone tried to call in today after we had started with DRYVE, so I'm really sorry that I missed those calls. Greatly apologize, whoever you are. We will definitely catch you next time. It was just because we were starting with DRYVE, so I turned off the phone. So I'm really sorry about that.
You don't know who that was. It could have been Jose Canseco.
Yeah.
You don't know.
True. Well, sorry, Jose. So I would just like to, if he'll answer, will you rage at Jack Miller? Because I hate this guy.
Yeah, I'll rage at Mr. Off.
Yeah. Let's see if he'll answer.
You know where he is?
He's in Delhi. And he purposely preys on, he loves them old. Every single person he tries to get is over 80. That's why I can't stand him. Oh, God. You know, I love that and hate it because it's so bad for your voice.
You were trying to reach is not available.
Hello, sir. Go ahead, please. Can you help me?
I love it when Tank does that, but I also hate it because it just sounds so painful on his voice.
I can't do it for much longer than that anyway. I can get through to go ahead, please, and that's about it.
Yeah. I'm like, I love the entertainment, but... Okay, this one is Sam, I think. Sam.
You're done with Sam?
Yeah, you can have him.
No one's awake.
Yep, it's kind of early.
The Text Now subscriber you were...
But I have 3 numbers, more confirmation that they're Text Now numbers, so I can send them over to Deo. If y'all, guys, by the way, as far as I know, Deo's still collecting Text Now numbers, so if you get any, send him the number, the date, the time, and the kind of scam, and then he can report them to Text Now. And I've seen some of them getting shut down that way, so, you know.
So you're saying if I call Amazon, and I notice this happens a lot, they don't take my call, but they call me back, and it's usually from a Text Now number. I should be giving that number to Deo with the, sending them an email or something that says Amazon scam, Text Now number 112 Eastern time?
Yeah, just on Discord I send him.
I could be giving him like 10 a day.
Yeah, because he reports them to Text Now with his connections, and then a lot of them get shut down.
Yep.
So it would be like, yeah, that would be something awesome to do. Or like, you know, if you're not on Discord, you can text them to me, and I'll send it to him too. If you just happen to not be on Discord, but.
Yep. Awesome. Yeah, I get so many a day because I call the scam numbers from the websites, and then they see the missed call, and then they do call me back, and then if I miss that call, I call them back, and it's a Text Now message. So that's kind of what I should just be giving to Deo.
Yeah, because then he can help shut them down. So.
Awesome. Okay.
And you can tell everyone, oh, I got 300 numbers shut down this year. And then everybody will be super impressed.
Right. Right. Like he's more than just the rage and the go ahead, please.
Yeah. Let's try this Geek Squad right quick. See if it works.
I see Pecan Head up and moving around.
Yep. I am getting hungry. Like around 10, I get hungry, and it's almost time to pee. But let me just try to get one call get in there, since we are technically scam baiters. Doesn't mean we scam bait every show, but we can try. While I'm trying, you got any plans for today? You just gonna harass poor innocent
probably harass
scammers?
some scumbags and take a nap. That's about all I have to do today.
Yep.
Maybe you go to my mailbox, because I haven't seen what's down there waiting for me in the last 2 months. It's a very scary place, my mailbox. But I probably need to pay some bills. Other than that, just gonna sleep and mess with some criminals.
Sounds great. I think this is tech support.
Watch Neon. Back in my day.
Hi, thanks for getting connected with Kevin. How can I help you?
Kevin, what did you say? I couldn't understand you. It sounds like you've been chomping on a lunch sandwich. Where did I call?
Myself, Kevin William, from support.
From where?
You, sir?
From where? Where?
From support of Norton. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. It's hard to understand you. You need to take the lund out of your mouth and talk to me properly, Gandu. Can you help me or not, you fuck?
Hey, Tirama Kabul.
Oh, your name's Terry? Oh, Apsa Milka Telaga. Mera naam Raj Patel hai. Aap kaise hai, Chutia? Don't you say goodbye?
He doesn't even know you know anything, and he just starts cursing you in Hindi. It's funny.
His name's Terry. His last name's Chu, I guess. Middle name Matt.
Yeah. Have a good day, New Moon. Okay, we'll try him back one more time, now that we know he's Norton.
I knew.
Thank you for connecting with Norton Lifelock Support. How may I help you today?
Hey there, fuckhead. Can you help me? I got a problem. Go ahead, please. Can you help me? Is this Norton or not?
Not.
Not. Then who are you? Aapka naam kya hai, loser?
Not. That's hilarious. Are you Norton or not? Not.
Yes, Ghost. Please flood them. Flood them, Ghost.
Yeah. Raz needs her life lock unlocked. Can you help her?
Yeah, I'm on it. I'm on it.
Thank you for getting connected. This is Eric. How can I help you?
Eric, I'm so sorry to bother you. I have a big problem over here. Can you unlock a LifeLock support thing? Eric?
What is the problem, sir?
Oh, I have
Yes,
a
sir.
few
What is the
problems, but
problem you are
let's talk
facing?
about the LifeLock. Can you help me? Do you know about LifeLock? Are you Norton?
Yes, sir. This
Is this
the
Norton?
LifeLock. Yes,
Are you
sir.
Norton LifeLock?
Yes, sir. Go ahead. What do you want?
I don't understand what's going on down there. Your mom has my Lund all locked up. Can you unlock it? Go ahead, please. LifeLock, right? You work at LifeLock. Fake Eric? What's the matter? Goat have your tongue? We can't have this much dead air. Can you please talk? Insult my mother. Shock us. Say something intelligent. All right, Eric, you're boring me. Next.
Okay, one more time. Then we'll go eat. But it's been 5 times and they haven't blocked us. I've used the same number the whole time.
Thank you for calling support. We are happy to help you.
Oh, that's different.
Yeah, they might be on to us.
Hello?
Thank you for getting connected to the customer support. This is Susan. How may I assist you?
I can't hear you. It doesn't sound clear. Can you speak up or take the Lund out of your mouth, Rundy? Can barely hear you. I have a serious problem over here. Can you help me?
Can you hear me now?
Oh, I can hear you now. It's much better. Thank you. Can you help me?
Yep. How may I assist you?
Yeah, I don't know if you can hear me because it's a terrible line. I'm putting together a website. It's called rundyfans.com. Somebody gave me your number. Would you be interested in doing a little work on the internet? You don't have to scam anybody. No bad karma. You just need to hike your sorry up a little bit. What do you say? She wants me.
Yeah, she wants you for sure.
I got all the connections. That was terrible. I wonder if it got routed to her house.
I don't know, but it sounded awful. I'm just surprised they haven't blocked us yet. So
using the same number?
Yeah, I used the same number the whole time, and they still didn't block us. Raz, thank you so much for the super chat. Really,
thank you, Raz.
Super appreciate it. Okay, should we eat breakfast now or try them a few more times?
I'm always down to call them a few more times.
Okay, let's try them a few more times. See if they can block us. I think we're up to like number 5 without being blocked. Maybe we're blocked now.
Thank you for getting connected, Norton. This is Daniel. How can I help you?
Oh, what was your name?
Thank you.
Speak up. I can barely hear you, Lundbreath.
Oh my gosh. We were so close we could actually hear him.
You talk to him this time then.
Okay. Hello.
For getting connected.
Are you there?
Can you?
You're real quiet. Could you please turn your volume up?
Can you please hear me? Hello?
Oh, yeah, that's better. I can hear you now.
How can I help you, ma'am?
Yeah, I got a message about a life lock. I don't want my life locked. Can we cancel that, please?
Alright, ma'am. Could you please help me out with the invoice ID so I can look into my system and help you that why you got this email and like I'll try to help my. Just help me out with the invoice.
Sure, like totally, like I can. It's GT74350.
Alright, just wait a moment, ma'am. Let me check in my system first.
Sure, like totally.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, sir, like, can you hear me? Like, I'm talking. I, like, don't know if you can, like, hear me.
Yes, ma'am, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me now, ma'am?
Yes, I can.
Okay, alright. Just wait a moment, ma'am. Let me check first. Just bear with me.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, but what Norton person when they answer says, like, do you have like an invoice number? Like, I'm sorry, what was that, sir?
Ma'am, are you there? Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Hello?
Alright, ma'am. So, as I can see, yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes.
You can do one thing, ma'am. Just wait a moment. Are you speaking with me on your cell phone? I'm giving you a right call back from my personal help desk. This line is very disturbing. I can't hear your voice properly.
Oh, yeah, I'm disturbed too. Okay, call me back.
Just wait.
Okay. The line's very disturbing, take.
I know.
It's like, yeah, it's just, I just can't believe, like, do they realize how unprofessional they sound? I know I say like a lot too, but obviously if you call Norton, they're not going to say, hey, like, do you have like an invoice? Like,
I know him. I know I've talked to this guy before.
well, we're waiting. Oh, sorry, I'm on Do Not Disturb. We're waiting for him to call us back.
Well, what's up, little piece?
Here he is.
Morning, Betty Bam Bam.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yeah, that's a lot better. A lot less disturbing.
Okay, sorry for that, ma'am. Maybe there is some server issue or an internet issue. I don't know why. All right, not a problem. So, ma'am, as I can see in my system that you're not an antivirus firewall security, which is running onto your computer, has been expired. That's the reason you received the confirmation email. So now you help me, ma'am. What do you want to do? You want to auto renewal or you want to cancel it?
No, I don't want my life locked.
Alright, you don't want your life log. It means you want to close your file from our company or you want to just temporarily turn it off?
No, I want complete unlock. No lock.
Okay, alright. Alright, not an issue. I will definitely help you out from this situation. I do believe, ma'am, you are in front of your computer, so I can guide you up the steps to make it cancel. And the money which you got charged, I will simply cancel that also.
Okay, let me just turn it on. It'll take me just a
Alright, you can take your sweet time and turn on your computer first.
Okay, so this, I'm turning on my computer to access the form, right? Or why am I turning on my computer?
So, ma'am, I can deactivate each and every Norton from your system, okay?
Okay, let me turn it on, like, totally let me.
You can take your sweet time.
Come on, computer, go ahead, please. I'm trying to get it turned on.
Man, you can hang up the call. This guy's a fraud. He's a scammer.
Excuse me?
Midanam Adhikari Raj Patel. Hey, been watching you, fucker. I thought you were going to get a job. We talked before. What are you doing to this poor woman? You sound like a loser. Do you realize Norton LifeLock does not hire losers? You didn't get that memo?
Excuse me?
Who are you, man? Who are you, man? Why are you abusing on the recorded line? Who are you?
Oh, you're recording this, Gandu? Are you sure you're recording it? What does that mean? You're a scammer. Aapka naam kya hai? Mera naam Adhikari Raj Patel hai. I've been watching you. I'm in your system.
What is your
Go
name?
ahead, please. Stop scamming people. I'm going to be watching you all day. Every single phone call you make, you're going to hear Raj Patel. How do you like that, Curry? Why don't you get a job?
What is your
Stop
name?
this nonsense. You sound
your name is
ridiculous. You're
Raj
embarrassing
Patel?
yourself, Bevaku. What? Go ahead, please.
What thing?
What are you talking about, Gandu? I'm saying stop scamming. Do you know the word job? Jawab do. Answer me. Jawab do, Bevaku. I'm getting angry now. That was a polite version of me. I will shut your whole goddamn call center down. I'm watching you fuckers. Enough is enough. Get a job.
I'm so
Do you think because you're poor, you have the right to make other people poor?
So
What are you saying, bro?
Do you both work for Norton? I'm very confused.
He thinks he works for Norton. He's a little scammer, a little criminal, somebody who's got a lot of bad karma coming his way. I don't work for Norton.
What are
I've been
you
watching him. I'm still watching him. When he hangs up on you, he's going to move on to the next victim, and I'm going to stop that as well. No rupee for
Who
you
are
today,
you?
my
What is
friend.
your name?
Get a job.
What is your name, bro?
I told you. Mera naam Raj Patel hai. Tum aap? Aapka naam kya hai, loser?
तुम्हारा नाम राज पटेल है.
Right. Now you're understanding. Now we're cooking with curry. You want to talk? How long you been scamming people like this for? I've only been watching you for today. Go ahead, please.
He hung up. That was awesome. Yeah, I love it when we do the whole, oh my, I'm an innocent victim. And then you do, you do like the raging hacker. That is one of my favorite bits.
Hopefully he gets freaked out now and he'll be off his game for a couple calls.
Hopefully.
Well, you can't listen in on this call center, right? This is not one of yours that you have access to.
No.
Yep. So we'll keep him honest by paranoia.
Yeah. Well, that was super fun. It's time for my grits, I think, because I'm getting super hungry.
Yep.
Let me just pull up here. We had an awesome audience today. Thank you guys so much for being here. And thank you to KRO, Crow, however you say it, Di, and Raz. Thank you guys so much for the super chat. We super appreciate it. It helps us a whole lot. Anyone that wants to be a member, it's just $2.99 a month. We split that. And that just helps us a little bit with all the time, because we do put a lot of time into the stream, finding guests and preparing. So it's just a little way to help us. We greatly appreciate that. We hope everyone has, or I hope, sorry, I don't mean to speak for Take. I hope everyone has a great Thanksgiving. I'm sure Take does too, though.
No, I don't care. I hope you have the worst Thursday ever. All of you. What right do you have to be happy? No, I'm just kidding. Be safe. Don't drink and drive. Even if you have one or two beers, the cops are out.
Yeah.
And you may feel fine to drive, but you're not going to pass that limit, and you're going to end up in a jail cell defending yourself. And we don't want to be talking about you on the next stream. So please be safe. Enjoy your turkey, your pumpkin pie, your stuffing, whatever you have. If you're vegetarian, then enjoy your soy milk and rabbit food. But we love you all. Very special thanks to DRYVE. Go check out his channel. Obviously, you don't need to know who Pierogi is. He does the music for Pierogi. He was our guest. Awesome guy. Awesome songs. That's about it for me. Have a great holiday.
Thank you so much, Ghost. Really appreciate that. And yeah, I agree. We will see you guys back here on Tuesday with LCJ Scambait. And remember to tell your family and friends about scams this week and tell them not to get scammed. Love y'all.
Bye, y'all.
You're connected with support. How can I help you?
You're picking up the phone pretending that you want to help people, but you really want to rob them.
I want you to understand. Legally and federally, I know what type of a time waster you are.
Do you want people to empty their bank account?
Why would you waste my precious time?
We call scammers. And man, they say the dumbest stuff.
Go ahead, please.
Hey, do not call this number again.